All right, everybody, welcome to Teaching Crypto. This is AZ Crypto with the latest update. A lot of people are asking me about Voyager that don't normally watch the show. So, once again, your voting ends November 29th. If you have not gotten the email, I would contact them ASAP, Stratos, and the court, see what's going on. Um, Whether you vote yes or no, the reality is the judge does have the right to push that deal through. So I just want to remind you, we're at 72%, not exactly. It's a 20-day average thing of the tokens. We had a nice rally. It was actually based on a little bit Dogecoin and Elon Musk buying Twitter. When Doge went up, BNB followed and can't sustain because it's a bear market. We've told you that several times. Um, Speaking of Doge, a lot of people have asked, well, should I buy some Dogecoin? And the answer is I probably would hold off. It's had a nice rally. It's 2x. You want to wait till it comes down. Remember, we're still in a bear market. So it's not going to stay up. We don't know what the plans are for Doge exactly. A lot of conjecture. But again, I would hold off on any big purchases. I would definitely DCA. Now, going back to Voyager really quickly, something you need to be aware of this Friday, 2 o'clock Eastern, the UCC is having an open forum on YouTube. Please, I would recommend that if you have the time and you can, even though a lot of people are working and can't make it, watch it later. They're going to open up for questions. A lot of people have been critical of them. My view, the reality is, I think they're limited in what they can do. FTX was not a great deal for anybody. No one wants to take a 28% haircut based on a bankruptcy deal. But again, Crosstower keeps trying to make some noise on Twitter. Their president keeps saying it's not over. Uh, Actions speak much louder than words, especially in crypto, right? When money's involved. So, what I tweeted out today is time is not limited. If Crosstower is serious, I think the time to put in the bid was yesterday, not today, not tomorrow. I mean, the judge is ready to ram this through. So, UCC 2 o'clock Friday, we will definitely have reaction for that. My expectation is what they're going to say is, hey, this was the best offer out there. Obviously, we wanted to save VGX. Obviously, we wanted the Voyager platform to keep going, but no one was willing to step up. That's just my opinion. You see right now in bankruptcy, it's tough. It's tough out there. Even though we just had that little rally, still a bear market. And I think, look, the reality is, you see what's happening with Celsius. That's been a nightmare. Right now, if you're a crypto company and you go bankrupt, we, the consumers, unfortunately, are the losers, right? I would love to hear any news of, hey, someone's coming in and they're giving us 100% back of our crypto. It's just not happening. It's just not. So, again, the timeline here hasn't changed. Hoping to get out of bankruptcy December. Maybe FTX can give people the option of switching over before January, but I'm expecting early January for that to happen. So the big thing is on Friday we'll have a lot more, hopefully a lot more information. Let's cross our fingers in terms of timelines of, all right, when does FTX plan to execute this? What's holding up the judge, if anything? I don't think there is much, but who knows? Maybe we'll get the inside scoop, hopefully, on the auction, what actually happened. I think that's important. A lot of people don't really have closure on this because they don't have their money back. So the more information they can give us Friday, I feel like the better. Yeah, and then nothing else has changed, guys. Cross Tower, my view. I don't think it's going to happen. And in terms of anyone else coming in and buying VGX, there's been a lot of rumors, but nothing sustainable and nothing concrete so far. So unless someone steps up here, it does not look good for the VGX token, right? We had a lot of rumors. So USDC, what's going to happen, Jason? Thanks you for tuning in. They're just going to cash you out because FTX supposedly is planning to introduce their own stablecoin. They're not even offering USDC. So the great thing about, not great, but the only good thing about USDC is right now is with FTX is it's not going to go up and down on that 20-day average. So if you had all USDC, I'd imagine you should get the exact 72%. That's the way I was reading it, the way I was looking at it. If you got USDC, you should get that 72%, not 100, unfortunately, Hey, but 72, especially I know someone that had over 100K in USDC, 72% is way better than zero. Unfortunately, you could take that tax hit, and talk to a tax expert because of the situation and bankruptcy. You should be able to use that tax hit over and over for extended years. Not better than getting all your money back, but the alternative is worse. And I want to keep saying this. If you do vote no, you're probably voting for Chapter 7. Voyager gave up on us, right? So no one's Cross Tower still claims they're in it. I don't believe them. I just don't think they have the funding. Chapter 7 means we get less back. Their standalone plan now is down to 50 to 60%. Wow, Jason. I hope you get as much money back as you can, man. I mean, hopefully, who knows? Maybe 72. Maybe Sam's able to push in a little bit more extra at the end. Who knows? I mean, it's the 72. Yeah, that's a lot of money, and hopefully you do get at least the 72, if not more back. But hey, keep watching this channel. I think we're going to try to help you guys make as much money back as you can. Now, I wanted to talk about BNB, and you might say, "Well, Dogecoin, that's pretty that had a huge rise. Why is that?" Obviously, when Elon Musk took over Twitter, his obsession with Doge, insinuating that he's going to make it part of the Twitter verse. We'll see. But you may or may not know one major investor that came in with Elon Musk. He didn't buy Twitter alone, was Binance, right? And so you better believe that at some point, assuming Twitter keeps running and they don't price themselves out by, asking people to pay money for, I know they're talking about $8 now. They were started with 20, now it's down to 8 for the check mark. And now I heard today they're thinking about charging for watching videos. You better be careful because you start charging people are going to go somewhere else. Someone else is going to invent a platform that's free. So I think Musk better be careful. You're a billionaire. You know what? Be careful. That's all I'm going to say is when something's been free for a while and someone else has the opportunity to create something else for free, you start charging people, just be careful. It's not a given that people, look at what's happened to some social media platforms before. It's not a guarantee they're going to live on forever. Twitter is great. I hope it continues. But once you start charging people, that is a game changer. But speaking of game changers, I think Binance, being a big sponsor of Twitter, um, you're going to see BNB involved. If assuming Twitter stays healthy, a lot of people think Doge is going to be involved with payments. Look out for BNB. That's one of my big ones for the bear market. I think that's going to do great things in the bull. So if you're DCA now, I think you're in great shape. Just be careful. You don't want to go all in right now. I still think we're firmly in a bear market until sometime in 2024. I hate to say it. Doesn't help our show ratings at all. But I don't see a huge rally for a while, right? Next halving is 24. I think we'll see some rallies in 23. But if you notice these rallies, they're short lived. Sometimes 3-4 weeks. We had the ETH rally. Now we got the Doge rally. You just got to watch out. And VGX, unfortunately, our funds were locked if you're in Voyager, but VGX had a couple rallies. So it's just like, take it. Like right now, Solano had some news, integration with social media, and some major investors were talking about Solano. If it goes up, if you hold Solano and it goes up in the next 24 to 48 hours, I recommend taking profits. It's a bear market. So the big thing I want to leave you with is Friday, 2 p.m., the UCC is going to meet, and they're going to have a town hall on YouTube, and we will have reaction to that. I think a lot of people will have questions. Hopefully, they'll clear up a lot of the misconception. I do think they could have done a much better job of communicating after the auction was over. I know a lot of people were angry, and some of the anger I don't think was fair because, again, they don't have the money to bid. They don't have the money to help us. If people didn't want to value the VGX token, that's Steve's fault, not ours, not theirs. That's Steve. He tanked it. When you go into bankruptcy during a bear market, and the token is tied to that platform, it's going to struggle, and so it's just not that valuable right now for people. Can that change last minute? Yeah, but on this channel we try to prepare you for the truth, and right now, unfortunately, VGX doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. Galaxy supposedly was, rumored. Now Ethos, who the Shingo Levine, who used to be part of Voyager, has created Ethos 2.0. And if you want to take that risk, he's asking for some information, email. for an airdrop, just be careful because Shingo has had some detractors before. If it's a real airdrop and we're getting something for free, great. But that Ethos token 2.0 right now, I don't see it has any value at all. Again, if all you have to do is put in your information, and it's pretty easy, just follow him on Twitter. They posted the Ethos 2.0. Supposedly, it's helped to recover people like us that had VGX. So if you put in your information, supposedly you'll get an airdrop of the Ethos 2.0. But right now, that Ethos 2.0 is not very valuable, and it's not a token that has a lot of prospects for me. But anyway, anything for free is great, but I wouldn't to get too excited. But if you want to fill in your information, you can. Just follow Shingo Levine. He's posted that several times. There's a form you fill out. Supposedly there'll be an airdrop coming. That's up to you. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it or not, to be honest with you. I got to look into it more. For Mr. FOMO, hopefully we'll be back tomorrow. This is AZ Crypto. You guys have a great evening. Thank you so much for tuning in.